So what happens when a late-night host decides to put a top politician on blast live on TV? You get fireworks, that's what. Let's get right into the comedy roast that had everybody talking. And hey, before we kick off, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming.
It all blew up with this one single line from Stephen Colbert. Just bam, aimed right at a U.S. senator. This was the punchline that sent shockwaves through the political world, and it all started in a super tense hearing with the new health secretary.
Okay, I know, right? So how on earth did we get to that point? To really get the setup for a punchline that savage, we got to rewind a little bit and look at the political drama that laid all the groundwork.
All right, so this whole story really boils down to two main characters. You've got the health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and a Republican senator from Wyoming, John Barrasso.
The scene is Capitol Hill. Picture this, RFK Jr. is testifying in front of a Senate committee, and let's just say he is getting grilled from every possible angle. The room is tense.
So this right here, this is the exact moment Colbert locked onto. During the hearing, Senator Barrasso, who is a doctor himself, looks at RFK Jr., who is probably the most famous vaccine skeptic out there, and says, point blank, "I'm a doctor, vaccines work." But here's the thing Colbert couldn't get over. This is the very same senator who had already voted to confirm Kennedy for the job. And you can just imagine Colbert watching this, right? He gets on his show and basically just asks the question that was on everyone's mind. If you're a doctor and you believe vaccines work, then why in the world would you vote for a well-known vaccine skeptic to be in charge of the nation's health?
And that contradiction? Oh man, that was just the appetizer. Colbert saw an opening and he just went for it. The roast was just getting started. Let's get into the rest of his takedowns.
Colbert's first target? A big move RFK Jr. made recently. He completely cleaned house at the National Vaccine Advisory Panel, a total overhaul. And when I say overhaul, I mean it. 17 members, gone, fired. And Kennedy announced he was bringing in 7 new people. Many of them, let's just say they're also known for their anti-vaccine views.
So Colbert starts joking about the qualifications of these new panel members. He says their resumes would start out looking pretty good, but then they just take a hard left into crazy town. His example, just to make the point, was something like, we're adding Dr. Bethany Smith, a pulmonologist who believes that asthma can be cured by human sacrifice. Obviously a joke, but you get the idea.
All right, next up on Colbert's hit list was the absolutely bizarre story behind why Kennedy fired the director of the CDC. And get this, she'd only been on the job for less than a month.
So during that same hearing, Kennedy gave this just wild explanation. He claimed he sat down with her, asked her flat out, "Are you a trustworthy person?" And she just said no. And that, he said, was why he fired her.
Colbert's comeback was just perfect, pointing out the insane logic here. He was like, okay, wait a second. If she just told you she's untrustworthy, then why on earth did you believe her? It's a joke that just writes itself, you know? So yeah, we've had some laughs, but this is about more than just a really good comedy bit. What's the real takeaway from a political roast like this one? What does it all mean? And that really brings us to the big idea here. Sometimes it actually takes a comedian to slice through all the political jargon and just point out when things don't make sense, you know? Using really simple logic and humor, these late-night hosts can almost act like a reality check, holding powerful people accountable in a way that sometimes traditional news just can't.
Which really leaves us with this huge question to think about. In a world with so much political spin, are these comedy shows actually becoming our most important political watchdogs? I really want to know what you think. Drop your vote down in the comments below.
And that's the story of the Colbert versus RFK Jr. showdown. If you like this breakdown and you want more, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another one. Thanks for watching.